heart-touching story of Paul, an orphan who rose from struggles to become the richest in his community. Paul's early life. Paul was born into a loving family. His parents, John and Mary, were high school sweethearts who adored their little boy. They lived in a small, cozy house on the outskirts of town, surrounded by lush green trees and vibrant flowers. Paul's childhood was filled with laughter, playtime, and adventure. Tragedy struck when Paul was just 5 years old. His parents were involved in a fatal car accident, leaving Paul alone and scared. The news of their passing sent shockwaves through the community, and Paul was left to face the harsh realities of life without his loving parents. The struggle begins. With no relatives to care for him, Paul was forced to live in an orphanage. The conditions were harsh, with limited food, clothing, and attention. Paul struggled to adjust to his new life, often feeling lonely and abandoned. As he grew older, Paul realized he had to fend for himself. He began doing odd jobs to earn money, from cleaning streets to helping in local markets. Despite the hardships, Paul never lost hope. He dreamed of a better life, where he could provide for himself and live with dignity. A turning point. Years passed, and Paul continued to work hard, taking on various jobs to make ends meet. One day, he landed a job as a waiter at a local restaurant. It was a modest establishment, but Paul was determined to make the most of the opportunity. One fateful evening, as Paul was serving customers, he stumbled upon a briefcase left behind by a wealthy businessman. As he opened it to search for identification, he was shocked to find $50 million in cash. Paul's heart racing, he knew he had to make a difficult decision, a test of character. Despite the temptation to keep the money, Paul knew it wasn't right. He decided to return the briefcase to its rightful owner, hoping to find him at the restaurant the next day. The businessman, Mr. Johnson, was overwhelmed with gratitude when Paul returned his briefcase. He asked Paul how he could repay him, and Paul simply asked for a chance to learn from him. A new chapter. Mr. Johnson, impressed by Paul's integrity, took him under his wing. He introduced Paul to his business associates and taught him the basics of entrepreneurship. Paul, eager to learn, soaked up every piece of advice like a sponge. The manager of the restaurant, Mrs. Thompson, also took notice of Paul's potential. She offered to guide him in investing his earnings wisely, helping him to make smart business decisions. The power of determination. With the help of Mr. Johnson and Mrs. Thompson, Paul's life began to transform. He invested in small businesses, worked hard, and saved every penny. Paul's determination to succeed drove him to take calculated risks and seize opportunities. Years went by, and Paul's hard work paid off. He became a successful entrepreneur, owning several businesses and creating jobs for others. Paul's rags to riches story inspired many, and he became a respected figure in his community. A legacy of hope. Paul never forgot his humble beginnings. He used his wealth and influence to help others, establishing a foundation to support orphans and underprivileged children. As Paul looked back on his journey, he realized that his struggles had been a blessing in disguise. They had taught him the value of hard work, determination, and integrity. Paul's story serves as a reminder that success is within reach, no matter where we come from or what challenges we face. With determination and perseverance, we can overcome even the most daunting obstacles and achieve our dreams. The end.
watching. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get other video stories that will come up soon.